Well, it was dumping rain this morning, so Victor and I took off and I went to look at some other work. We booked 17 acres of apples plus 7,500 little trees, 1-year-old trees. It'd be 1 graft per tree. And now we're out here on the Buena Vista. The boys are down there cutting. I'm cutting up some wood, and here's the wood. And I'm cutting it into these grafting links. It's called a scion, S-C-I-O-N. Cherry wood again. These are Rainiers. We're grafting them to Skeena, I believe, because the Rainiers are really susceptible to bruising. So out here on this windy point, they get kind of beat up. It's not a real good place to grow the Rainier, the yellow cherry. But I did spot an old truck over here. It would make a nice rat rod. I don't know if it's for sale or not, but I thought I might ask the guy about it. Looks like a pretty good rig to me. Somebody's pulled the front axle out from under it and the rear axle and the fifth wheel off of it, but like I said, it might make a good rat rod anyway. Still got a steering wheel, some of the interior parts. The dash looks pretty good, and the grill's pretty good in it. I don't know, I think we can salvage it. Okay, I'm shooting into the sun. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but the lake is like glass today. It's beautiful Lake Chelan. Thought I'd show you the view from my office today. And we're up in Manson, Washington working. This is some grafts that we did last year. This is a variety called Skylar Ray. It comes from my neighbor's orchard. And this guy is going to be growing this cherry, about 30 acres of it, organically. And there is a really hot market for this cherry right now. It looks at first glance like a Rainier, although the DNA is totally different. It's nothing like a Rainier. It is its own fruit, nothing else like it. It's a brand new variety, and when my neighbors first told me about it, I thought, boy, that's just what we need, is another cherry on the market. But as it turns out, it's a wonderful cherry. They brought some down that had been in the refrigerator for about 2 weeks, and the stems had not even dehydrated. They hadn't even turned brown. They're just so firm. It's a firm cherry, yet really sweet. And usually by the time cherries get sweet, they're soft, and then they don't hold up and they don't ship well. And right now, the guy who has developed the market for this variety, they're selling everything to Whole Foods, and that's a great market. It's a premium. This is a sport variety. There are 2 ways to get new varieties of fruit. One is by cross-pollination, and you take 2 parent plants that have good qualities and cross-pollinate, then plant the new variety, and hopefully some of the good qualities will be dominant. Some will be recessive, but some will be dominant in the new variety. And if it holds true over 4 or 5 years, then you can start propagating it out into the orchards and expect it to remain true to its characteristics. The other way to get fruit is, as this one is called a sport, and that is just a limb on one tree in an orchard that crops out and throws a different kind of fruit. There's something different about that one limb on one tree that doesn't look like anything else. And then you take that wood and graft that out on some other trees and watch it for a few years, and if it holds true, then the same thing goes, and we take the wood and we start propagating it out into the orchards, as we have done here. This is a beautiful grafting job. We are so pleased with this. These are the grafts we put in last year, and you can see they grew, some of them 8 feet, And the guys are in here pruning these right now. And man, these are making fine looking trees. It's going to be really nice. So, don't know what else to say about this. Maybe someday I'll take the time to do a video and really break this down into the basics and get into kind of a grafting 101 kind of thing. There are some demonstration videos on my YouTube channel on a playlist simply called Grafting Stuff. So if you're really interested in this, you can go to my channel, find that playlist, and I deal a lot with the basics and explain the cambium layer and how the grafting works and why we do it. And there are a lot of different reasons and a lot of different techniques, but I go into detail of some of that in my other videos. Anyway, I think that's about all today. I got to go meet up with my bookkeeper and get some payroll done. So that'll make Victor happy. He's pretty happy anyway. I think he's been working 12 days and his gross pay is, I think it's, I'd have to check for sure, but I think it's just a little over $4,000. So maybe that's why he's been coming back for 29 years. Maybe it's not friendship and loyalty. No, he's a good man. He's like a brother to me. His kids all call me Grandpa. And now his kids are having kids. So they're just like family to me. Good guy. Okay. I guess that's, the Chevy Scrounger says, guess that's about it. See ya. Thought I'd get another shot of the lake here. It's just a beautiful day. You know, I never take for granted the beauty that surrounds me. I feel blessed every day that I'm out here. Not many people get to call this their office. Okay, again, I'm kind of shooting into the sun, but I think you'll be able to see this. This is another block that we did last spring. And I'm going to go back in the archives and see if I can find the video. I know I took some footage when we were out here doing this work. And I'm going to see if I can find some of this from before, so you can see the kind of the before and after. But this is just fantastic, the way they turned out, and they've been in here and pruned these trees now, and they're looking really good. They'll get some fruit off of these this year, but next year they'll get a pretty decent crop. There's some yellow flags out here. They are very far, they're few and far between. But there's one. What that is that's a tree where one graft did not take. So you look around out here, there are not very many flags out here. I see 4 more, you know, and there's 6,000 trees in this block. And that doesn't mean that all the grafts failed. That just means that one of them failed. So we may come through here and pick up that one graft and add one this year, and that'll fill the tree out. And that's just part of what I do. That's just I don't know, a perk, I guess. If I do the grafting, I charge a premium for this work, so I want them to get their money's worth, and we come back and walk through this, and we call it pickup work. We pick up one here and there and go ahead and put a graft on it, and then that fills out the tree. It might be kind of one-sided. For instance, this tree, if that one graft on the right did not take, then that tree might be kind of offset, one-sided, and we'd come back in and put one graft on there. But for the most part, they are really, really good. It's a beautiful take. We call that percentage of take. And this percentage of take is extremely high. And we're really proud of my guys and proud of the work we did here. So I wanted to share that with you today. And I'm going to shut up and get on down the road. See ya. Well, my bookkeeper should be pulling in here just about any time. Oh, that's Victor's little rig. He bought that the other day. Oh, 2000 S10 for $2 grand. $1 a year, I guess. Anyway, I just was going through some paperwork here and realized that I really messed up, and I need to make amends and get this mail call right. Here a while back, Lil Miss Heavy Chevy wrote me a really nice letter, and I read it on video, but I didn't realize I missed something in the envelope. She had put a logo in here for me, and it says 63 Impala, and look at that, it says 150 millimeter heavy duty. And boy, Lil Miss, you're a pretty good artist there. I like that. And a little note says, "Dear Mr. Impala, you can use this for a sticker if you want, since you don't have one. Lil Miss Heavy Chevy." And thank you, Lil Miss, and I am so sorry I missed this last time, but I'm glad I found it, because that's pretty cool. And I think I'll put that on my lift. And yeah, might turn it into a sticker, who knows. Alright, thank you, and see you later.
After these messages we'll be right